The brave little tailor's big adventure. Snuggle up tight, my little treasures, and let your worries slip away as Grandpa weaves you a tale that'll grab you from the very first stitch. Picture this. A quiet village humming with morning chatter until a swarm of flies buzzes in, dive bombing a tailor's breakfast jam. Little Tim, a pint-sized tailor with a big heart, leaps up, swatter in hand seek, and downs 7 flies in one mighty swing. 7 at one blow. He cheers, puffing his chest. Oh, my dears, relax and listen close. This isn't just a day at the shop. It's the start of a daring, funny, and oh-so-brave adventure. Once upon a time, in a cozy village tucked between green hills and a bubbling brook, lived Tim, a tailor so small he barely reached the counter of his tiny shop. Tim had nimble fingers and a bright smile, stitching shirts and patching pants for all, but he dreamed bigger, oh yes, of grand quests and heroic deeds. Someday, he'd whisper, snipping thread, I'll be more than a tailor. One sunny morning, as Tim spread jam on his bread-sweet strawberry, his favourite a cloud of flies swooped in, busy, buzzing and zipping, gobbling his breakfast. Not today, Tim cried, grabbing a swatter. With one mighty swing seek, 7 flies dropped, flat as pancakes. 7 at one blow, he shouted, dancing a jig. His neighbour, Granny Nell, peeked in. 7 what? She asked, eyes wide. Tim grinned. Flies, I'm stronger than I look, Nell chuckled. That's a tale worth telling. Tim had an idea. He stitched a belt bright red and embroidered 7 at one blow in big, bold letters. Time to show the world, he said, strapping it on. With his needle, thread, and a chunk of cheese for luck, he marched out, humming a tune. The village waved. Go, Tim, and off he went. Over the hills, dreaming of glory. First stop. A dark forest. A gust shook the trees. A giant stomped out, tall as a barn, his beard bushy, his boots thumping boom. Boom! Who's this? He roared, spotting Tim. Read my belt, Tim piped, pointing. 7 at one blow. The giant squinted, scratching his head. 7 men. You're tiny, Tim smirked. Strength's not size. The giant laughed. Prove it. Squeeze water from a stone. He tossed Tim a rock. Clever, Tim swapped it for his cheese, squeezing squish, until whey dripped out. Ha! He cheered. Water! The giant gaped. You're tough, little man. Next, the giant grabbed a boulder. Throw this, he boomed, hurling it sky-high crash, miles away. Tim picked a pebble, whistled tweet, and a bird flew by. He tossed the pebble, the bird soared off, and Tim winked. Mine's still flying. The giant scratched his beard. You win. Join me, I've got foes to fight. Tim nodded, skipping along, his heart racing. They reached a castle, where King Rupert ruled, a jolly man with a crown too big for his head. Giant trouble, he cried, spotting them. Unicorns trample my fields. Ogres steal my pies. Tim stepped up. I'll fix it 7 at one blow. The king blinked. 7 what? Trust me, Tim said, puffing his chest. The giant nodded. He's tricky. That night, Tim crept to the fields, where 2 unicorns, horned, and snotty shomped crops. He stitched a rope from vines. Sip! Sip! And tossed it over a tree, looping their horns. Charge! He yelled. And a WH-AM! They ran, tangling tight, stuck as glue. Gotcha! Tim cheered, leading them to the king's stables. New plough pullers. Rupert clapped. Brilliant! Next, the ogre's big smelly, pie-loving brutes snored in a cave. Tim toed in, needle flashing, zip zip. sewing their coats to the floor. He lit a candle flicker and shouted peas. Here! They leapt tripping over each other, tumbling out. No more stealing. Tim laughed, herding them off with a stick. The king danced. My hero. Word spread him. The little tailor had tamed beasts and baffled a giant. Rupert threw a feast, pies, cakes, music, and gave Tim a workshop by the castle. Stay. Marry my daughter, he said. Princess Lila, smart and kind, grinned. Only if you teach me stitching. Tim laughed. Deal. The giant stayed too, guarding pies, and Tim's village cheered his return visits, belts embroidered for all. Years later, Tim and Lila ruled, stitching peace and fun into His old swatter hung above the throne, a reminder of 7 flies that sparked a big life. Now, my brave wee ones, what did Tim teach us? Little steps and big hearts can conquer anything. Believe in yourself, and you'll soar. Loved this stitched-up tale? Give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell so we can share more bedtime magic. Sweet dreams, my clever tailors.